The win was great, and I thought we played well. There was just 2 or 3 plays, but really when you look at it, I thought it was a well-played game. But man, it was just the whole day was just really emotional for me, and I got to meet a lot of the cancer survivors, and the players got to meet some of them, and our team meal before the game. And it's just more than just the game. It's about impacting the community, and we talked a lot about we got to respond. And what I told the players is, could you imagine getting a phone call saying you have cancer? You know, but at the end of the day, you got to respond. You can have a pity party, but the work just begins. And so that was the message. I thought our players responded. I thought afterwards with the jerseys and all that was extremely impactful, and you know, that's what you love your program to be about, making a difference and having lasting impact moments like we had. And so, you know, today's a good day.
I guess first of all, Coach, you know, this is a game obviously totally predicated on kind of getting a run going early on. You know, able to kind of in the first half really get it going. You know, I talked with Coach Wiemers during the week kind of about the run game a little bit, and he kind of mentions that, you know, Tremaine's kind of a guy like to sprinkle in, but you know, how much more of a concerted effort was it to really, you know, get him the ball in the backfield?
Yeah, it was definitely. We lined him up there more, and we also handed it to him more, and just he's an impact player, so you're just trying to create those opportunities. And some weeks like Tennessee Tech, he just didn't have the impact on the game that he should have had, even though he had like 18 touches or whatever, and it just felt better today. He was able to take some of those to the house, and so, you know, every week we just look at him. But it's just kind of nice, you know, when you look at, you got Will Young that's kind of got that thunder, and you kind of bring a guy in and maybe get a lightning in there where you could block it once and get it. So it just felt a little better in the run game with having him a bigger piece of that.
And, you know, you talk about the first half defense, kind of played your style of football there with a 17-0 lead in terms of what you want. Defense, you know, really solid first half.
Yeah, it was. You know, you wish it was 21-0, you know, and it could have been 24-0, you know. But it was a good, clean game, you know. So, well, why aren't we up more? I mean, listen to what you just said. You know, when you dictated the game in a lot of ways and did a nice job. So really the first half was outstanding, you know, other than one red zone trip that we got the field goal clock.
Now, you talk about response. That third quarter, I mean, you need a response there. They kind of come back. I mean, they get a couple big plays, which you kind of expect is going to happen at some point when the defense is doing what it's doing. But what can you take away from that composure there in the third quarter to, you know, never let those moments get to them?
Yeah, those were bad. I mean, those hurt, and you're just so disappointed. But you know, you correct it. The players have got to move on from it. When we start to half, we, you know, go 3 and out, lose 5 yards, kick it, and then they have a 70 or 80 yard run play, and another really long run play. And so that's the thing about this team, though. Like they're not up and down. Like they're fairly consistent with their attitude and their effort. They make mistakes and all that, which created those plays, but it didn't let them get them down, or you didn't hear them panic. Oh, you know, now we're in a 2-score game. You know, they're going to come back on us. You know, that would be the old way, where the new way is, you know, they fleshed it, moved on, and was just on to the next series about what they need to do to do the job.
You talk about critical plays. Cameron Sanders really lifted this team. I mean, with that kick return, you know, how big was that?
Huge. We've been close. He had a nice run before, and he's a guy that can do that. So we've talked a lot about it, but really it's these other 10 guys that we got to get blocking for him and all that stuff. He's still not catching the ball clean, which is really disappointing. You know, we had to kneel on a couple, but if he caught him clean, even though it's 3 or 4 yards deep, he still could have took it out, but he's catching it from the side, and so then you got to kill it. So we got to just continue to work on his ball skills, and the wind was tough.
Yeah.
It was moving the ball around a little bit to judge.
You look at you look at, obviously, Will able to kind of get going there too. You know, Matt here pointed out, no negative yardage plays from him running the ball. It starts up front. Yeah, I mean.
Yep, did a nice job. They really did a nice job. And Will's he's that thunder, man. It's hard. You know, the first guy gets there, there'll probably be another one hitting it soon, or he'll get through there and ran hard. He got necked up on his ankle again. So we got to get him healthy because we're going to need him.
And Jesse kind of getting going. He was efficient today. It spread the ball around a lot, though. I mean, how much is that just a testament to kind of the evolution of this offense?
Yeah. You know, reading coverages and putting the ball where they should put it. You know, he's a guy that could probably throw it 40 times and do a lot of good things, but I just don't feel like this is this team. You know, I feel like we need to be efficient and balanced, you know, and be able to run the football and play great special teams and great defense.
I mean, despite giving up the two big plays there in the third quarter, your offense, you talked about it this week, they scored 45% of the points in the fourth quarter, and they only allowed a touchdown kind of in chunk change there.
Yep.
You know, we're pretty pleased with the play there.
Yep. I thought the sideline was the same the whole time. The energy out on the field was the same the whole time. You know, and we played a lot of players there towards the end, and it didn't look different. It looked the same, which is a good sign.
When you look at Austin Peay's wide receiver Beard, he's had a pretty good season. What were kind of your concerns about defending him coming in, and what did you guys have to do to be able to limit his impact today?
What did he go for?
I think 59, a lot of that late touchdown.
Yeah, and so he was the guy that we really focused on. It's hard because they're kind of an option offense, and so you can't go play 2-on-1 because you're going to be short in the box. But our guys just did a good job of awareness of if you're on that guy or if you're safety, let's lean to that guy and man free to try to take away from him. I thought we had a decent pass rush at times to limit him also.
Coach, you mentioned that option offense. How difficult is it to prepare against that, especially with that second quarterback you haven't gotten to see very much of?
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it was kind of on the fly there a little bit because the other senior had been playing a lot more, and then he comes in and it was they lined up in the Navy double slot one time and ran orbit. I mean, we've never seen that. So it was just literally just trying to play good sound defense, gap sound, and just run to the football.
Also, Coach, like you mentioned earlier with the offense, no negative runs from Will Young, only one sack by Jesse, no turnovers. How important is it to take those negative plays out of the football game for you?
It is. I mean, you get down, you get behind the chains, and then you stop the drive. So it's all about being able to extend drives. And we still had a couple procedure stuff that got us behind the chains, but for the most part, a pretty clean operation. And certainly when you leave a game and you didn't turn it over at all, you feel good about it.
With Mike Ford out, they have to maybe revamp the secondary a little bit today. Were you concerned at all about how they were going to play, and just kind of how would you assess what they did today, your first impression?
I think they did a good job. I think we've been playing quite a few DBs since Eastern Kentucky, and so I think that's helped where guys haven't had to play 60, 70 snaps. They're playing more in the 30s and 40s, and for the most part did a good job. But I still feel like that is the next step we got to take. And you get a ball that breaks in the secondary, like you got to write that down. That's not okay. So we got to take care of that.
Coach, I guess we're moving into next week. I mean, obviously, a big homecoming game against the top team in this conference. You know, there's a lot, though, I think you guys could take from this game to say, you know, we're confident going into this matchup. What are kind of your initial thoughts on the way this team kind of moves forward?
Well, I think you're right. I don't think confidence will be a problem. I think we've been able to have brickyard victories. I think when you look at how we've played at home, it's always been good. I mean, we're not undefeated at home, but we've never laid an egg at home like we've done on the road. And so, you know, I just think our guys like playing home. They feel good, a lot of energy. And we want big games in November. This is a big game.